Hi, I'm Richard Soriano. I'm a front-end software developer specializing in React, Node, and Next.js. I also love the backend. I graduated from UC San Diego with a BA in computer engineering. I was a software developer for over 10 years, specializing in web apps, ASP, .NET library, and C#. Then I left for a few years. Then I returned a couple of years ago. Why? I left my software career to take care of my ailing father. I took over my parents' business, specializing in taking care of special needs adults. And you know what? I fell in love with them. And I even wrote and produced a movie about my experience called My Apocalyptic Thanksgiving. It's about special needs and zombies. What can be more exciting? So feel free to check out the trailer on YouTube. Producing a movie, I learned to collaborate and inspire different artists to contribute to the movie. It's quite a learning experience. Having taken care of special needs adults has taught me to be patient and to work with difficult types of behaviors. So what pulled me back into software? I have a confession. I'm a sci-fi junkie. I loved watching space exploration, and it's just been incredible. The Huygens Cassini probe that landed on Titan, and then there's the Mars rover, which sent these beautiful high-res images. And the images and information are easily downloadable. I mean, even SpaceX allows you to download some of their information. It's like everything's downloadable these days. You need to learn Kung Fu? Well, here you go. It's just like the Matrix. So why the front end? Before the web would load the entire page for an update. Now it's components that do the updating using React.js. And recently, there's server-side or pre-rendered pages from Next.js, which makes it even easier and faster. So I recently built a full stack web app for Montana's High Plains Book Awards. I listed a demo of the software in one of my project links. It uses Next.js and Tailwind and MongoDB. It sits on the Vercel. So I use the function get server-side props, and it delivers even faster results. It's like, because the way React works, it delivers the page, then the components fetches the data. But in Next.js, it's like the page is loaded with the data already. So I come from the object-oriented world. This whole new front end works best with functional programming. Functional programming is where you pass in the same parameters and it returns the same outputs. So you can pass scalar values, objects, and functions, which are called callbacks, and it returns the same thing, scalar values and objects and other functions. Why is functional programming so important? Well, if you think of it like a food delivery app, when you place your order, you input your food items and your address, and it delivers the food items at that address. It's very simple. Same food delivered every single time, just like a function. It doesn't lecture you about diet and exercise or your non-healthy choices, because that will cause instability, and that's what you don't want in your system, which is instability. So functions should be written so that they're stateless, immutable, and used to build large-scale systems. And that's where the same inputs always return the same outputs. This eliminates and reduces side effects. This isolation helps pages render efficiently, and this supports state management, whether it's in React, Redux, or Next.js and the context provider. When one component renders, The rest of the components do not. And this was confusing at first because they come from the object-oriented world. Why can't you just copy and paste the code? See, I co-facilitate a weekly computer group, and it's made up of boot campers, self-taught developers, and industry software engineers. And we all supported each other during the pandemic. You know, one of the boot campers asked me, Richard, why can't you just copy and paste the code? It just seems so easy. You keep retyping everything. And I said, go ahead, and you will remain an entry-level programmer. And they said, well, why not? I said, D, D, D. That's how I learned the code. You do it, you delete it, and you do it again. See, I used to copy and paste and nothing stuck. So I mean, think about superhero movies. In the beginning, the superhero or heroine gets a new power. They don't know why they received it, and then they misuse it. Then the superhero learns why they got it, and then they're able to defeat the villain. So thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.